everybody. Welcome, Drew. Welcome, Chantel. You know I love to say your name because I like to be like reality realness. I like to say all the S's. Welcome back.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. It is time for the All Stars 5 game night. We look forward to this every challenge season. It's always a great time, and I appreciate you all being here with me. We're gonna explain the game in a minute, but to allow people more time to get into the room and to get ready for the games, we're gonna just start with a little bit of challenge tea, talk for about 5 minutes, and let's start with what we were talking about backstage, which is the rumors were true. Casey and Nani are over.
Yeah.
I'm a
No,
little
you
bit
thought
sad
that they'd
about
go
it.
the distance, but I always felt as though, people know that I look into astrology a lot, and I always just thought that sign wise, just their sun signs, it wasn't a perfect match. Nani, her birthday is today, I think. She's an Aquarius. And oh no, her birthday was yesterday. Yeah, her birthday's the day after mine. And so she's an Aquarius and Casey's a Capricorn. Those two signs don't innately go together. That's air and that's earth. That kind of can create a hurricane, or just like they just don't work well together necessarily. You need another air sign or fire to go well with air, and usually you need like water or earth to go with earth. And so I always just was like, they're fine now, but when they're not fine, it's just really not going to work. They're not going to be able to get along necessarily. And so I always was just curious if they were going to go the distance, just because I didn't feel like energetically with these signs that they were a match. So I wasn't surprised when they didn't work out for that reason. I was always just like, But it's sad though.
It is. I thought Nani was, I don't want to say that she's old, but she is a little bit older. And I thought that maybe she was ready to settle down and she found someone that really clicked. And it could be, I don't want to say it was trauma, but I just really loved how Casey took care of her. I think when her mother passed, and it was just really special. But mind you, I only know them from the TV show. I don't know these people in real life. So
Dang.
I was rooting for them as well.
I didn't know that it was Nani's birthday yesterday. So breaking up close to her birthday. Also, you said that Nani was kind of old. I didn't know, but I just looked it up. Casey is older by 1 year, which was surprising to me.
Is Casey what, 88? How old is she? Or no, younger than that.
Younger than I thought you meant like 88 years old. I'm like, no, younger than that. Are you throwing shade on her? No, she is 37.
Born in 88.
Yeah, born in 88
right now. It's interesting because I kind of forgot about the whole Nani's mom passing away and everything. And very recently, I mean, roughly around after close to season 40 when it was airing, when Casey was eliminated, her father had passed away this past, like during that time. So I wonder if, and I remember when she got eliminated the week of, she was in like a retreat in Thailand. And maybe that was some reflection time. I think Nani was back in wherever they were living, either in Los Angeles or San Diego or in Florida. I can't remember where they were living, but I wonder if after the passing of her father and then going through that retreat and everything, maybe that time apart, she did some soul searching, and maybe they came together and maybe had a lot of very tough conversations. You just never know what the catalyst could have been. I mean, if this happened and they were talking about maybe starting a family with each other, you would think that it was there. This isn't just like one domino type of thing. Like there may have been more at play here. So it's wild.
I'm curious though, do you know the timeline of when All Stars 5 filmed to when 40 ended? Like, just like when did that happen in the year? Because I wonder if it had anything to do with the experience on the show. So Casey's experience on the show, then obviously her father passing. When did All Stars 5 film? Like maybe Nani decided to do All Stars 5 instead of going to Thailand with Casey when she needed her. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the timeline is as to maybe what could have,
The departure date for All Stars 5, it looks like, was May 25th of 2024. And I don't know what season 40 was. Now we're getting into now we're doing detective work here.
I love detective work.
So season 40.
Because it was 40 people. Some people on 40 are on All Stars 5 there, so they couldn't have been an overlap.
So I think it's like a little gap.
A small gap.
So departure date for season 40 was March 9th of 2024.
And Bananas just said on his pod that he was gone for 10 weeks.
Oh, wow. That's a
full on detective work.
We're eliminated early though.
So it was May 25th. So it was like passing ships, basically, because it was March, April, and then May 9th would have been 2 months to the T. And then May 25th, Tori Deal, when she was on Bananas podcast, I think she said that she got the call for All Stars 5 right when she got home, and she went the distance. So she got home, she was in her driveway, and she would have had to have left in 3 days to make it back to Vietnam to be on All Stars 5 after season 40, she said. So
what date is that?
So that would have been May 22nd.
May 22nd, Tori got the call, you'd say?
Yeah,
and
that's what she said.
For it on May 25th. And May 9th is when they left for 40?
March 9th.
March 9th, correct, yes.
So, yeah, that's...
do we know offhand when Casey's father passed?
I don't remember. It was sometime after the season, though, I think, after it wrapped up.
Right. I do remember seeing the post. I don't remember. Maybe she still has the post on her thing. Because I'm just curious if that's one of the reasons why she ended up, the breakup happening. Because maybe she was like, no, you go do that. And maybe Nany did do that. And maybe she wasn't happy with the fact that she didn't come with her. Like, I'm not sure, obviously, but I'm just trying to think of potential reasons to put some distance between them, literally. And maybe she met somebody in Thailand that was able to comfort her in that time. Like, I don't know. Making things up, making rumors.
November 2024, Kristen says in the chat when Casey's father passed away.
November 2024?
Yeah, okay. Dabu says November 4th was the Casey post about her dad. So it could have been around November, maybe
beginning of November.
Late October.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with that timeline. Never mind.
But yeah, I mean, hey, don't leave any stone unturned. But yeah, the news hit like a ton of bricks from taking down all of her postage except for her All Stars 4 pick. There was a lot of questions, and then a couple of days later, I think Nany went live with Casey on her TikTok, and then it was like the next day or two. It was like we split. There was an official post.
As a joke, people are saying that Nany was not feeling all those like thirsty TikToks that Casey was doing. Not thirsty, like sex thirsty, but like just like always on TikTok live, and like she didn't like her doing that. I thought it was funny.
I mean, it could have been, yeah. A breakup can't stop the TikToking.
Well, sorry. I feel like eventually we'll know. Somebody will spill the tea.
It's got to be interesting if like Nany will watch the season back, because they were still together at the time. So I'm sure there will be some mentionings of like Casey and how long they were together and wanting to start a family and everything. Like that's kind of like what happened with All Stars 4 with like Nicole and Laurel. We already knew that they had already split, but they were like we hadn't even seen the beginning and the recoupling at that point. So
I wonder if we'll see any clues during this season as to what happened. If you guys follow Vanderpump Rules, it was wild when the whole scandal came out, because they were still together and the affair was happening while they were filming. So when they we came back from the mid-season trailer, they were able to piece back in all this extra information that were like, oh my God, they were lying there. Like, and just like being able to see what was actually going on. And so I wonder if maybe there's going to be some hints of us being able to understand what might have gone on in the relationship, or might have been some of the part of the catalysts.
She could have some, not pillow talk, but a late night conversation, talk about our relationship. You never know. She might drop a couple of hints. But since you mentioned Tori, just really quick, if Tori would have accepted the call, who do you think her rival would have been? Because her and Cara made up.
That's what I was saying. Like, why did they make up? If she could have been on Rivals together with Cara, that would have been a really badass team.
She would have loved
it.
I mean, I think Tori would have been like, yes, sign me up. Like instantly, yes, sign me up. If she would have said, hey, tell me who my rival is and I'll get on the plane in 3 days. I think it was going to be Amanda. Amanda has been back in the fold a couple of times. And then you have Ashley Mitchell. I think also Amanda said that she was called for this season.
And she didn't know her friends were going to be on it.
And she had no idea that all the other Lavender ladies was going to happen. So it would have been cool. I'll be honest. We need some time away from Tori. Tori needs some time away from the show after recently engaged, I think, to her boyfriend. But I would rather, I would have loved to have seen the Lavender ladies and Amanda and Tori. Just like, let's do it. Let's do it again. It'll be Amanda versus Zach 2.0.
Not Derek, who she cheated on. That would have been a blast from the past.
Please, no. Nobody needs that.
Amanda would have been a good one. That would have been some really good TV.
Oh, it would have been good.
Last, I wanted to congratulate Zach and Jenna on baby number 4. I want to say, let that lady rest. Those babies are stair steps, but hey.
Yes. They're saying that he's keeping her pregnant so she doesn't go back on the show.
Could be.
I don't think so, but
I think somebody in my Discord who is a patron to the Zach Nichols podcast said that Jenna wants like 8 kids and she wants them like as soon as possible. So it's not like they're too spread out or anything. So he said he's cool with like 4 or 5. Jenna wants 8. So we'll see how much.
Ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah. Just
like, do they want to have like Zach and Jenna plus 8? Like
if
2.0?
If you see those, if you see that Patreon price go up on the Zach Nichols podcast, you know what's up. You know that there's another baby coming up.
Like, and all of a sudden he's not paying people to come and do his thing anymore. And be like, can you pay us to come on?
Are you cool with zooming in? Like, we can zoom you in. We have technology now.
Good luck. 8, like 4 is to me. 8 is to each their own. That's all I'm gonna say. Say it nicely. Okay, let's get into the game. We're playing how we normally play. We like to match answers. Everyone who matches an answer, you get a point. Now, we're going to have different categories for each round. Well, the same 3 categories for each round. What we're going to do, I have all the cast on my trusty pieces of paper. We don't know how long this is going to go. So whenever we say, well, we're here for 50 hours, that's enough. But no, we'll try to get them all. But if we don't, we'll just do them at random because they're all on the paper. The first thing we're going to do, your favorite challenge moment of that cast member. If we match, that's a point. Category number 2, who do you think that person's rival should be? It could be the person that they're casted with, but if you can think of someone better, we're going to put that name. Anyone who matches names on the rival, you get a point. Category number 3 is challenge placement. They're either going to be an early boot, a mid-season boot, or you think they make the final. So those are the 3 categories. Please play along in the chat. We like to see your answers. And for every match you have with any of the 3 of us, we get a point. And at the end, whoever has the most points gets the bragging rights for All Stars 5. Have I ever won one of these? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, tonight I'm rooting for myself tonight. Okay, let's get it started. I'm going to mix them up so it's not in any particular order. Everyone in the chat is ready? Everyone in the chat is ready. Okay, let's go. Up first, the one person who I really didn't have any notes on, but let's be shady first. Adam. Adam is first, and
Adam.
his partner is Steve.
We're going in alphabetical order.
No, he just happened to be the first one. I need to shuffle again.
Ugh.
Man, I thought this pen worked better.
I hope I don't run out of chalk by the time. I do love writing with chalk. I've just found out.
Oh, I'm doing all these moments.
So we're doing all three, right?
Yep, all three on one board.
Let's do it.
Yes. Thank you, Allie, for rooting for me. I do want to win one.
Gosh, I feel like this is going to be a boring one for me. Like,
me too. He was the one I really didn't have any notes on. I don't really care for Adam, but
should we? I don't know. I was going to say, should we do like we do when we pick one player, we automatically the next round we just do whoever they're partnered with.
Sure.
And then we could just go that way.
Mm-hmm. Ready? Okay. I'm going to have to turn my virtual background off, but I'll read it this time. My favorite moment is when Steve stole his star because he was really mad about that, and I'm not an Adam fan. I said his rival could have been Kara because he really was in favor of Kara and then kind of snaked her towards the end and went Team Laurel. And then I expect them to be an early boot only because they don't really have an alliance. I don't see them really working with a lot of people.
Okay.
Okay, no matches with me. I said his confession. I'm gonna have to use paper. So his confessional in All Stars 4. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I just remember I was like, whoa, like that's actually like, look at you coming out spicy. So I just remember him having a spicy couple of confessionals in All Stars 4. I put that Steve was the best rival for him because I couldn't think of anybody else. And I thought mid, just because if they do go down, I do think that, Steve is a big guy and he might be able to come out of elimination. So I put mid-season.
You could.
All right. Well, I think I got one, but I have his best moment is telling Steve to sit and spin, even though I don't like it. I don't like it, but that was his most iconic moment so far. I have keep Steve as his rival because I can't think of anybody else. And then I thought making the final because if I'm picking there's only two guy teams. That's true. I was like, if out of both of them, I would think that maybe I will say they do have Veronica that Adam was close with. They do have Katie, who Steve was close with.
School.
So maybe there'll be some help there. I don't know. Who knows?
I see those two being going home first. But
yeah,
no luck for me this round. It's now 0-2 after round one, but we still have a lot more to go. So up next, we're going to jump right into Steve. I'm going to turn my mic off so I don't hurt anybody's, if I scratch the chalk on the board, as some people say they hate it.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Me either.
I don't know why I have Gloria Estefan stuck in my head.
I guess this is a lot to write, but
I'm good.
You all could be coming in the chat. Okay. Steve, I love the moment when Steve made fun of Derek's Hawaiian onesie.
Ooh.
That was really fun. I said, I guess Adam, because Steve is a nice guy. He really doesn't mess with anyone. And
when I wrote Steve before, I meant to write Adam. Anyways, okay, whatever. No, so this time, sorry, never mind. Sorry. We're doing Steve, and never mind. Sorry,
Steve. Since I said early boot on Adam, I have to say early boot for Steve as well. So I probably won't have any matches there.
I can go next. Angie, you and I match with making fun of Derek's shirt, saying that it looked like an Arizona tea can. I said, keep Adam. And then I said, since I said Adam was making the final, I have to say Steve is making the final too.
That would be amazing if they make the final. They're nowhere on my radar for the final.
Well, I guess because I was tipped off that Drew was going to say final, I did steal that idea. So I said his hair care commercials that he was doing, all those like commercials where he's like, you know, loxing his hair or doing a hand modeling stuff. All of his commercials I thought were fun. I kept his Adam being his partner, being the same. And then because I had to win that maybe the final is what Drew was thinking, I snuck the final. Am I allowed to do that?
Hey, it's not against the rules.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was breaking the rules or not. So,
but
because he might have switched it too, so it's possible.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. But I have 2 points on the board, so I'm happy about that. We're at 5, 4, and 2. Drew is up by 1 on you, Chantel. So let's go. Let's pick a new name. If I pick Steve, I'll pick someone else. Give me a good one, a fun one. Coriel. So I guess we'll start with Coriel and then go.
Oh my gosh. most verily is he the one person that has done the least amount of seasons to ever be featured on All Stars? Or no, I mean, I guess the amount of time, I should say, from your debut season to the All Star, because there's been like Steve was only on Gauntlet before coming on to All Stars 2, I believe. So he was only on 1 season coming into All Stars 2. So I think he's the most.
But he's also old school, which is what I thought All Stars was made for.
All right.
Oh, they said Sam did that 1 season too. But Sam is also old school.
Old school, and they won.
Yeah, champions have a different. Champions have. Okay, I good. Hold on. Oh, you know.
Oh,
they have tea on Coriel in the chat.
This is from Drew's game night.
Yeah, it was my game night that they will never let him live that down, that he cheated.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Let's start with,
yeah, I just remember that.
I saw that in the chat. Let's start with you, Montel, because you always go last. You went last.
Okay, I put terrified of a tiny hill in 39. I kept his partner the same, being Big T, and then also that they'll likely go out early.
All right, nice.
Drew,
I have. I think I have 1, and that's the early part. I said balance beam. Him not being able to do a balance beam. I just said Melissa because I was like Big T or Melissa was his biggest partner, but I like what other people said in the chat, and then I said early. So I think I only got 1 with Chantel.
So
I
you
nearly
all
said
have
balance
early.
beam, and I
So
nearly switched it to Melissa, but I was like,
I like that. I like the balance beam one, but I picked him beating Jay because I just really didn't want Jay to make the final that season. I said Big T or Melissa, but I did underline Big T, so I think that's a match with Chantel. And then I said mid. I think they'll make it at least mid season. So I think I have 1 point. Wait, I should have took the points off. So me and Chantel match, so that's a point there. And then you and Drew matched on one, so you get another point with Drew. So now we're at a tie, 6, 6, 3. I have to focus. So now we're on Big T.
Big.
I have to think about what you always say. Okay.
I know. What am I going to say here?
All right.
They really don't want Coriel or Big T on the season. Oh no.
I think it's mainly because of them being so new. They didn't want, like, a lot of fans don't want All Stars to turn into what seems to be just a bridge season, and there's no real change to what it takes to be on All Stars versus the main flagship show. So I feel like that's the main frustrating part about this.
That's what I said. I said All Stars is turning into the season for the people that don't have enough PTO. There's only 10, what is it, 10 days? Fly
Yeah,
out.
10 episodes, yeah.
Okay. I'll start. I said cotton pods. I still crack up. I was like, oh my God, I hate that. I feel like CT did her really dirty because they were partners most of that season, and they even won a challenge together, and then he dropped her when it was time to pick partners for the final, when he wouldn't pick Cam at the beginning of the season, but by the end he did. Okay, whatever. And I switched to early because I learned from the last round to switch. Okay, Chantel or Drew.
I tied with you on fresh cotton pads, and early I just said Coriel, but I totally forgot about the CT. So when I saw your board, that's why I was like, oh my gosh, CT would have been. Can I just say, get CT on here? Let's do this thing. Like, he needs to be.
Yeah, CT, you got 10 days.
Okay. And for me, I was super excited when she won that daily with CT by being such a good swimmer. I kept her partner the same with Coriel, and I left it early for an early boot. But like, I was so hyped when she won that challenge. Like, it was so good for her. So I liked it.
Yeah, that was my second choice, but cotton pads is always going to get it for me when it comes to Big T. We're still at a tie, so we're at 8, 8, and 5. I'm gaining on you all, at least I can say that. Okay, let's pick a fresh pair. Let's get a good one. Okay, I already had Steve. Oh, we're at my favorite person. I'm happy to see, but I picked Shane. But I picked Shane because I know we'll get Davon next. So Shane is first.
Ooh. Okay. Shane.
I have to go to my notes for Shane because I forgot what I said.
Shane. This is a big one. Shane. Gosh, why am I drawing a blank on Shane? He's been away for quite some time, I will say. Yeah, 32 was his last time.
32. That is a while ago.
Yeah.
They're calling him the icon in the chat.
Oh my gosh. I can only remember like season 8 stuff, and there's no way that either of you are gonna write down something from season 8.
Never know. But then I don't know my season's number, so the chat is talking about a moment I don't recall, so I need someone to fill me in.
All right. Hold on. All right. I'm good. I got it. All right.
I wish I could get points from the chat because the chat is matching with me.
Okay, I put Shane and his unhinged Instagram and social media posts where he's like bashing the challenge and telling him, call me. And like, I thought that I never thought he was going to get the call because he was like so unhinged. I kept Davon as his partner, and I'm thinking they might make the final.
Okay. Drew.
I have we matched with Davon, but we mixed on everything else. All I could remember was his hair helmet that he wore in Final Reckoning, and that was so ridiculous. That's all I could really remember. And I said mid, but I hope they go farther, but I said mid.
I said final as well, Chantel, just because I love Davon and I want her to be in the final. But my moment was the Shane Nelson Corey elimination. Even though it was Corey and Nelson with all the drama, he was a part of it, and that was really fun. I don't know if this is season 8, Drew, but I was watching old clips because I had to refresh myself with Shane, and somebody named Steven slapped him in the face. So I said, "Oh, Steven slapped him." So that should be
yeah. That was season 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened in season 8?
Season 8, all I could remember was the milk and cookies elimination where CT and Shane had to eat a whole bunch of cookies and get on a carousel. That's all I could remember.
I need to go back on Paramount Plus and watch the old ones. But I forgot to write down points. Did I match with anybody?
Yes, you matched with Chantel with the final.
Okay, I get 1 point. Okay, so
and then I got a point with Drew.
Yeah, me and Chantel
tied. You and Drew have 9, and I have 6. Okay, so now we're at my most excited person. Okay. I'm happy to see Miss Davon. I'm a huge Big Brother fan, and she was one of my favorite people that crossed over to the challenge.
All right.
Well,
Can I confess something? I feel like I'm a degenerate because I logged in a movie today in Letterboxd, and Letterboxd told me that I've watched 31 movies so far this year.
You have?
This year.
What have you seen?
31 movies. I've watched so many movies so far this year.
I've seen a few.
I've watched, well, it started off because Apple Plus was giving a free weekend, so I watched a whole bunch of terrible movies on there as much as I could. And then I watch one movie every day on the treadmill for an hour. So
that's a good way to get the treadmill in.
Yeah. So I watched Saturday Night.
How was that?
It was actually really good. I liked it. It was chaotic.
People saw it in at TIFF, and I didn't get a chance to see it, but I had tickets to see it. I gave my tickets to somebody else because I couldn't go.
It's on Netflix now, at least in the US. It's on Netflix.
Yes.
So it's actually really good.
Okay, who wants to go first with
Oh,
Dave?
sorry. I had a thought that I was still trying to figure out because now, quick, can you just lay out the qualifiers of who would be a better partner? Like, is that like someone that we would see them be cast on the show, that we want to see them on the show with as part of the cast, or do they just have more beef with that should be their rival?
I think that they have more beef with, because a lot of commentary leading up to All Stars 5 was these people really aren't rivals. Like, so I'm thinking who you think would be a better rival.
I'm not going to put somebody down then. Okay.
Okay, I'll go first since I love Da'Vonne. I said the moment it was an elimination and Wes was like, put your foot on her neck or put your foot on her face, and Da'Vonne was like, okay, and then it activated her to win that elimination. I love that about Da'Vonne. I think Shane is a good partner because he did call her a bitch. I would have said Bear, but I ain't really want to bring up Bear. And then, of course, they're making the final.
So you got two with me, Shane and final. That was what I was kind of asking about, because like I think she had a lot more beef with Bear. But then I was like, well, do we want to see him on the show? No. Do we want him to be cast as her rival? No. So I was like, let's just stick with Shane, someone that I will like to see her hopefully argue and not be able to get along with. And then the last one, I thought her confessionals with Bear were great. Like, she's always rolling her eyes and being like this, like so frustrated with them. She was so annoyed with them. It was just so funny that she had to like manage this lunatic, and I enjoyed her doing so.
I think Chantel and I went 3 for 3. I said Da'Vonne versus Bear because that I thought was like her season that she really came out and was like, I'm here, I'm doing this. Yeah, they won together, but then Bear crumbled when they split apart, and then Da'Vonne still kept on winning and almost made the final. And then I said Shane and final.
Okay, we were almost there. I'm slowly falling behind. You two are still at a tie. I don't know what it's going to take for you all to break apart, but you're at 12 and I'm at 8. So I think we have to reshuffle. We need a new couple. And of course, it would be Da'Vonne. Let's see. Okay, we're at Sam. We're going to start with Sam and move over to Frank.
This is tricky.
Yes.
Let's get loud. Dang nabbit, man. We are focused. We're so focused. Well,
yeah.
I would talk in the middle of mine, but I always mute it so I don't accidentally scrape the chalk.
I don't know. I'm stuck on the last category. I'm going to just go with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to go with it. Okay. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
I said winning season 23 because I couldn't think of it and I didn't want to bring up past trauma. I think that number 2, Frank, is her ideal rival. Either that or Zach, and I would rather Frank be on this season. And I said final because I believe in Frank that much, and Sam.
So we kind of got a win on the top one. I said being the weak link in the final and still winning.
Wow.
She was terrible in that final, but they still won.
What were the other two?
I put Frank, and I put mid. Because just from seeing the trailer, I'm just like, do they get to the end again? Like, it looks like she's having a tough go at it. I don't know. So I was like, maybe mid, but yeah.
I feel so good because me and Drew have a three-way match. Like I said, becoming a champ despite all the positive team motivation. Frank and
That's the same as me too, kinda.
That's what I said. Well, we didn't have three-way match though.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So that gives Drew an opportunity to pull a little bit ahead of you. And
you did Frank in final?
Oh wait.
Yep. And we can stop the game. That's awesome, everybody. Thank you. Have a great night.
But I do agree. I have final. I was going between final and mid because I think they're our strong team and they'll make it far. And I just pushed it to final because I feel like Frank is such a strong competitor. If they do get thrown into eliminations, he'll help get them through the eliminations and make it to the final. So
I almost think, and I know we're going to get to Frank here, but I almost think like Frank is a devious mastermind to like be able to not go into a ton of eliminations. I almost can see him being like working his magic, strategizing with a whole bunch of teams. And I almost feel like Sam maybe could help their strategy and being like, we're not that big of a threat. Like you can let us go through because I don't think him and Johnny saw an elimination in 24, and I think Frank nearly got away with not going into an elimination on season 23 until the very end when him and Ashley had to do the final not so fast against Nany and Derek, or no, John A and Derek, not Nany. What? So is everybody writing for Frank? I'm over here yapping.
I'm looking at my notes, Frank, because I didn't write anything down, so now I don't know what to say.
I'm just thinking.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. I'll start because I feel like I have no matches because the one person I forgot to come back to today and research. So
I'm doing mine all off the cuff today.
Yeah.
I just put strength because I know he's a really strong competitor, but that's not really saying anything. I put Sam. I know Frank is a hothead, and I can recall all the times he's, as the young people say, crashed out on the show. I just can't remember with who, and I didn't do the go back and of course final. So we'll see.
I put Frank's enemy to friends relationship with Zach because they were pretty contentious in the beginning on San Diego. I put it as Sam, and then I switched it over to final. Did you switch it to mid? Is that what you made?
No, I kept it at final.
No, I don't think I got final, but everything else I have the fight between
you
him
changed
and
it to
CT.
Nany?
Yeah, ripping CT shirt in the season 24 when they had a fight in the kitchen and they were like going at it and Knight had to pull him apart, but he ripped CT shirt off. I put Nany. I easily could have put Dustin, but I didn't think anybody would have put Dustin. So I
considered Nany.
I put Nany because she's on the season, and I think they had a little bit more beef because of all that argument. And then I also put final.
Okay. So we're still at the same lead. Now I have to do these stick lines. 17, Chantel 16, and I'm at 13. So I'm gaining on you. that was a good round with Sam. I really caught up with that round.
Also, could have had Elton. Just throwing that out there. Elton could have been one because
Elton is the one I was thinking about when he was running around the house. Like
Elton almost ruined a beach trip because he didn't want to go with everybody, and the crew was like, everybody goes or nobody goes,
or no one goes. Yeah,
and he was like, that was that season. Frank is yeah. You want to talk about Shane's Instagram? Frank goes and does an Instagram live in the shower to claim that I don't have a ton of time. And this is the only way I could do my Instagram live. And it's like strategically to where it'll cut off before he shows anything. And he's showing off his physique. And he's looking pretty good, though.
In the shower? Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was a thirst trap for sure.
In the shower, okay.
Yeah.
We'll take that. Okay. I have Beth. So I guess we have to do Beth. Then Janae. What did I write down for Beth?
Should we maybe do both at the same time so then we don't have the chance to switch our answers? I'm just curious.
We could. I'm down with that.
Anything down for Beth. So no.
All right. Okay. I'll try to show where Janae left hand side of the board closer to the numbers is going to be Beth, and then I'll have Janae on the other side.
This will stop us from changing.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Okay. Who wants to start it off? Drew?
Start.
Okay, Chantel.
Well, I did for Beth. I put her tenderoni, my tenderoni, her loving off Nehemiah. I put her Tina as the rival that she should have been on. Like, she took a blow to the face for that woman. And then also Early is where I had her going out.
Okay. Oh, what about Janae?
Oh, you want me to say them both at the same time? Okay.
Yeah.
And then for Janae, I said winning back-to-back seasons of All-Stars. I said I think Kellyanne might have been a better person for them to have. Like, it would have been, the producers would have been doing her a bit of a better favor as having Kellyanne as being her rival. I thought that would have been more fun, and I still had them way out early.
All right. I have a few matches. I put for Beth, it's nothing that Beth did. It's what happened to Beth, which was getting her clothes thrown in the pool by Tanya in Inferno. I put Janae, but Tina is a great one. I totally forgot about Tina. Early. And then for Janae, I said winning All-Stars 3 because All-Stars 2, there's a missing fourth step and a little bit of a asterisk, a lot of people will say. Kellyanne, and then Early Boot for her best rival and placement. Yeah, so we got
She's winning back-to-back and winning All-Stars 3. Is that a match?
It's not a match because me and Drew matched with winning All-Stars 3.
Yeah.
I said solo. I don't count All-Stars 2. I left her rival at Beth. Did anyone leave Janae at Beth?
No, Kellyanne.
Only because Beth threw her under the bus with that MJ thing, and she needs to confront Beth on that. So, and then I think we all matched on Early. We matched on Tanya throwing her clothes in the pool, which
wow.
And I did match with Tina and of course Early. So,
gosh, man,
now I got extremely confused. So, me and Drew matched on that one, and no, Me and Drew matched twice.
I got matches with everybody on on early, and then you on Tina and Drew
Me
on Kellyanne.
And then we matched on moments, on both moments.
Yeah, I got those. So everyone caught up a little bit. Drew is at 20, Chantel is at 19, but I'm still at 16. But I'm gaining.
I like that option.
This is gonna save time too. We might get to do the whole cast. Okay, let's get to picking.
Man, how great would it have been to have Beth and Tina together? You have Veronica and Katie, and then you could have jumped back to the duel. Tina and Beth. That, to me, that is synergy. And then you could still have Johnny and Kellyanne in there, and I guess Sylvia could stay home. I don't know.
We don't need Sylvia. Sylvia could have been with Melissa.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we could have left Nicole at home.
Oh my gosh, it would have worked out for everybody.
Yes.
It would have been great.
But we have Fessy. I guess that's Fessy and Amber B.
Amber, yeah.
I gotta go to my notes. I forgot what I said about Fessy.
Fessy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm gonna match very much on these, but I'm going for it.
Hold on, sorry.
Not he broke the bathroom sink in the HOH room.
Okay.
I forget about that.
Okay, who wants to sound off first?
I can do it. For Fessel, I have Smushes Josh's face when they were arguing and got DQ'd. I put Amanda for the X's because why not? I put Final for both of them. I have winning season 36 for Amber. I put Esther because she threw the drink in the face. I don't know if anybody else will have that. I feel like I should have just kept it with Fessel, and then I put Final as well.
So with me, you got some points. I said, I said Final. I said for Fessy, though, losing the elimination on that janky ladder.
That was good.
I put Nelson because that was, remember he wanted to call it Nelson on the Hollow Brawl. I was like, whack. Nelson should have been more pissed at him, and so they should have put them as rivals. And then Final, and then for Amber, I put winning with CT. I put Fessy and Final.
Dang, I nearly put Nelson. I will say we almost got like 5 together, but I messed up.
I think we have 5. I put Fessy is kind of boring, but I like the punch to Josh during Pizzagate. I picked Amanda because I guess they're exes, not really rivals, but
that would have been good.
And then, of course, I said Final on both. I think that's a really strong team. For Amber B, I put becoming a champ in Big Brother's face because Big Brother hates Amber. And then I kind of threw this one away, but I said her rival could have been anybody in that Vacation Alliance.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But okay, so I already matched us all for final, and I think I matched me and Drew for Pizzagate, but I think we need to match for. Did you say Big Brother too? Amber B winning?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I said winning. Yeah, winning. With CT.
We all said winning.
Okay, so we all get a point for that.
We all said winning.
And I kept it at Fessy. I don't remember if you did or not. No, or no,
No.
you changed it.
I switched to Amanda, and then I said Vacation Crew.
Mm.
So I did my point system wrong. You caught up a little bit, Chantel. You're one behind Drew. At Drew 23, you 22, and I'm at 19. It's kind of hard to catch up when you need to match somebody.
Yeah, because they're gonna catch up. So
Yeah, just a point too.
Y'all need to match with yourselves, and I'm trying to just match with anybody. Is what that's the only way I can keep blocking.
So I have to channel Chantel, match with Chantel, and not match with Drew. Okay,
but I'll still go up though, no? Or is it only on your turn?
Still go up too. Like hard for me to catch up. Okay, who's this? Veronica. So Veronica and
Katie.
I didn't take any notes for them.
Nice. Katie Stan is in the chat.
I need to channel them because I'm drawing a blank with Katie. I'm really about to be behind on points.
I'm not sure if you'll get my ones, but we'll see.
I'm very interested to see what everybody else says.
It's my. I think we might match, Drew, because mine are pretty classic.
Sweet deal. I have one classic.
I feel like I'm about to lose points on this one. For Veronica, I enjoyed the moment when Veronica flipped that burn vote on Leroy. I thought that was a great strategic move of hers. And since she was the one to flip the vote, because everyone wanted to burn votes, I would say Leroy should be her rival because he was really pissed after that. And then I was really shady and I said they're going to be the first boot. So
dang.
Katie is a firecracker. I have so many Katie moments in my mind. I just can't zero down to the exact moments. So I just said firecracker. I feel like she's in that Kenny Evan era where they really picked on her. So they probably would have been a better rival, though we know we'll never see them again. And of course, first boot.
All right.
So I put for Veronica, I said the On the Wire daily when Julie was trying to take off her harness. So I thought you'd get that one, Drew.
That was a good one.
I kept Katie as her partner because I want to see those two just bickering. I put Early as well. I didn't say first boot, but Early is first boot. And then for Katie, I just put heights over water in general.
Yeah.
With those two black eyes that she tends to get. I kept Veronica as her partner and I went Early.
Dang. I should have I almost kept it the same partners. Angie and I tied with the burn vote to Leroy.
Yes.
I have Katie as Veronica's partner, early boot. I had the yelling in the Inferno when after she won and Veronica was like holding up the towel and she was like, Katie was calling her a tiny, small, not so nice words. And the Miz had to take her into the bathroom and like calm her down. I put Trishelle because I thought maybe people would lean on the let it go
But they were
moment.
I think they're still friends.
Yeah, I know. And then I put early. So I only matched with 4. I don't know with whom, but I have 4.
Well, I only matched early. Did anybody keep their partners or no? You switched them all? Switched them.
I have
so
Katie.
I only got 2 points.
I got Katie. I kept
3
Katie,
points.
but I changed it. I definitely think that out of all of the rivals, this is the rival pair that I think that should have been on season 21. If they would have had these two on season 21, I think Katie was fresh off of season 20. Veronica made a quick like jump back into the challenge on 18 and then quickly left again for like until season 30. If they could have gotten both of them, I think that season would have had all the iconic touchstone rivals on that led up to that entire season 21 crescendo where we had Wes and Kenny, Adam and CT, Johnny and Tyler, yeah, Emily, Evelyn and Paula, and like it would have just Katie and Veronica would have sent it over the top, just been like perfect, bing, star on the tree. It would have been great. But I'll take it better late than never. 25. It was like what?
It seems kind of late.
20 years.
Are they really still angry at each other?
I'm sure they can find it. They can find anger.
Yeah. Where are we at? We already did Frank.
They can find it.
Did we do Nani? Because who's Nani and Turbo? Okay, we're at Nani
and Turbs. Oh, I already know who. I already know who won. I know one answer that everybody should be writing down.
I didn't write anything down. Okay.
I'm really drawing a blank for one of these.
I know.
All right. I think I got it. No, nobody's gonna say that. Veronica and Julie would have been better. I just don't want to see Julie on.
I was considering changing it to Julie, but I was like, maybe I would rather see Katie than Julie.
Yeah, Julie, it was crazy. I saw her on a House Hunters episode. Her and her husband were looking for a new house. And she wanted all these random things in there, and she was really playing it up. Like she was like, you could tell, like she was like, "Oh, camera's on me. I'm playing this thing up." And it's like, all right, tone it down.
This live to be on TV.
Yeah,
I can tell she does too much for the cameras. Who wants to set it off?
I'll set it off. For
Okay.
Nani, who we want to see cup of noodles, Nani, drunken noodles, Nani, is Noodles Nani gonna be back now that she's not with Casey anymore? We hope. I felt that there's a lot of rivals that she could have, but I couldn't think of any. So I kept mine at Turbo, and I felt that they are going to make the final. I put for Turbo his Pussy Chicken level 2 retort. I thought that was funny. It lives rent free in my head. I put Jordan might be a better rival for him and making the final.
6 for 6, baby.
6 for 6 for 6.
6 for 6.
Boom.
There we go. You're corny. You're corny. So yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, Turbo and Jordan would be a scary pair. Like, just hand them the trophy already.
Or
it's
like
rivals.
they'll eat each other alive. Like, I don't know.
It would be terrible.
Cannibalism.
It would be unfair. Like, just give them the check and everyone else go home. Okay, I kind of tallied the points as everyone was talking. I don't think I have that many matches, but I did match with Late Night Noodle Fights with Chantel. I did keep it at Turbo because Nani has beef with a lot of people I just didn't recall. I did not match on Final because I feel like they'll do Turbo dirty and puzzle them out. Like, throw them in an elimination and then give them a puzzle and they're out of there.
Okay.
Nani's good at puzzles. Or decent, anyways.
Okay.
She's not bad. She's definitely not bad at them. She's better at puzzles than she is at like physical stuff.
Just don't give her a cinder blocks. She's fine.
I feel like that's how they always get Turbo out of the game. They throw them into puzzle eliminations, and I hate that. I also said Pussy Chicken, but I also said, what is this I smell? Fear.
He said Pussy Chicken.
I gave Pussy Chicken it, but I was watching that clip of him and Hunter, and Turbo was just one of them people where someone says, I'll slap everybody in here, be like, slap me. I love that about Turbo. And of course, I matched with someone with Jordan because that would be a good rival, but that would be completely unfair. Like, if we saw a Turbo Jordan season, what would be a duo that could give them a fair shake at it?
Who do we put Fessy with? Is Fessy have any like really hardcore rivals?
See that Jordan Turbo level?
CT and Frank. I'll say that. Give CT and Frank from Rivals too. There we go. There you go. Overpowered there.
Okay, then that would be fair. But I feel like if you don't have any competition, close competition, Jordan and Turbo would be a no.
When you are a Leon, there's nothing that can stop you. When you are a Leon, they eat the chicken.
Turbo, I mean, Jordan said once he won 40, he's going race car driving. So we might not see him again.
I know there's a lot of Super Jordan fans, but I'm okay with that. I know Jordan is an exceptional challenger physically, especially with his handicap. It's pretty amazing, but he no longer, from my perspective, brings drama to the show. He kind of subtracts from it. And so I just don't find him being entertaining anymore.
Here's what I think. I think we will see Jordan possibly in an off season if it lines up with like All Stars, a smaller cast season, or if there's a monumental season, like if the challenge were to make it to a season 50, I think you would want to make it that a priority. Or if they give him a heads up, like, hey, by the way, this is the last season. We're going to go out with a bang. Do you want to try to go out for it? This is the final one kind of vibe. If they don't make it to I think he would be like, yeah, let's just do it. You know, I mean, I think he's going to do well in the stock car possibly, but I do think that he would come back for like a minimal season just to keep his name in the hat and stuff.
I found that interesting that at the reunion, they all made a point to say, I get the call every season. I just deny it. I get the call every season too. I was like, okay. So I think everyone wants to make it clear that their name is always in the hat. They just turn MTV down. I don't necessarily believe that, but hey.
I think a lot of people get called and then they don't get the second call. I think they get the, hey, will you be available during these times?
Yeah, the availability check, but not the
not the second one. So I'm sure that a lot of people get calls. It's just the one that's like, hey, are you ready to do this season? And they go, no, I don't want it. Like, I don't think we're getting those calls.
Right. I forgot to announce the next person was Ashley Mitchell and Aneesa.
One that everybody is questionable about.
I was just gonna say that, like, why are they rivals? I don't know, but
there's a lot of like different things going on. Apparently, there was a promo that the challenge put on their Instagram where it was like Ashley says that Aneesa talks behind her back too much of the time, like at Challenge Mania events and stuff. And then Aneesa says that Ashley, she doesn't like her or doesn't play the game well or something. I don't know.
Okay, a forced rivalry, because
basically
that sounds deep to me.
I don't know if I'll get matches here. I'm not sure. This was kind of not hard, but different.
They both have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, but it's hard to. What's the best one?
Allie says they're the first boot or the last.
I got it.
Say it again.
I was reading the comments where Allie said they're either going to be first boot or last boot before the final.
Okay.
Drew, you started off this time.
All right. Well, for Ashley's, they go hand in hand. And I put taking the $1 million was her biggest moment. That Hunter, her ex, should be her rival. Because why not? They did a season 33, and Hunter got his revenge, getting her the first boot out, and then we've never seen Hunter back. I think it would have been cool to have them. And then I put early boot, the trash shell fight in Rivals 2. I said for Aneesa, and then I put Ruthie as her rival and then early boot.
Okay, I got more than I thought. So I got stealing the money from Hunter. I got Hunter as the new rival. I put mid because I think that they're both still decent at eliminations. Well, at least Aneesa is. And so people might be scared to go up against them in a physical elimination. And we know that Ashley's great at puzzles. And then for Aneesa, I put fight with Trishelle. I put Trishelle would have been a better rival. And I put mid.
I almost said Trishelle. I had it written down and then I erased it and thought Ruthie but it would have been perfect.
My brain, I don't remember Trishelle or Ruthie, but I'm sure if I would have saw a clip, I would have. But I did have $1 Million Baby, her stealing the money from Hunter. That's Ashley. I said Hunter or Josh because I still don't know why she got put in timeout because of Josh, but that could have been a rivalry. We did match on mid because I don't think they're early because they're good at eliminations, but I don't see them getting close to the final. But they could because of those lavender ladies. They might. I should have thought about that. But Aneesa is the elimination queen. I put the elimination with her doing that weighted ladder climb with the injury. I thought that she's good at eliminations. CT, because CT always wants to throw her into eliminations before a final. That would have been crazy if they would have had to be partners. And of course, mid.
Don't do that to CT. Don't do that to CT.
He would be upset, but
He'd be as upset as he was in season 32 being partnered up with Veronica. I mean, he got on Veronica for not wanting to exercise and work out with him. And then Anissa is built for comfort, as she says. And so he'd be like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What am I doing here? Guess we're just going to be walking.
What's all the stuff that him and Bananas are doing? I didn't look into it, but I saw them doing some sort of promo.
They were doing ridiculousness.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And they were doing something else. They were at the airport. Maybe they were flying to ridiculousness. But
yeah, they were in Las Vegas with each other. So maybe they took some detours too. I'm sure cool. Bananas is like, hey, wouldn't you mind want to do my podcast with me? Like, it'd be really cool.
Not there yet.
We're at Leroy and Devin, which is another duo. I have no clue why they're rivals or why they're even here, but Leroy and Devin.
People said that it was because Leroy threw Devin in on season 36. And but Devin said that Leroy's a shady player. So, I don't know.
Not more shady than him, but okay.
All right. Dang, what a shade. What a shade.
Oh, I feel like you can see my board.
Oh, no. What Chris said, that Leroy's rival is the Patreon refund system.
Don't get me started with that, because I did support that podcast, and I was really like, why? But it is what it is. I didn't ask for. I just said they could have the $10.
Yeah, somebody on from my Patreon was supporting them, and they said that, oh, well, we'll get you guys your refund, and then she was waiting for quite a while. Like, and she was like, I guess I'm not getting it. So she was pretty.
$10. I was like, I'm not gonna go through whatever process Patreon wants me to go through for $10. Because they did an episode or two, so it was like, okay.
Yeah.
My brain is not working. I can't think of somebody. Okay.
I like when you all start so I can compare it to my board and have the points, so I don't have to forget.
I can go. I put Fire Escape versus Jay for Leroy's best moment. I thought that was good. I put Veronica because I couldn't think of anybody else, like legit anybody else. Maybe Cara, I could have said, because of what happened on All Stars 4. But man, it was a struggle out here thinking for Leroy. And I said mid because I have not been too hyped on their recent performances, either one of them. So I'm going to say mid, even though they should make it to the final easily. I said Big Brother sucks for Devin. Ooh. I put Johnny for Devin, even though I thought of Rachel possibly, but I put Johnny Bananas as for Devin's, and I also said mid.
Okay.
For me, I put for Leroy, not the best moment, but memorable was him flipping into the water off of the cars.
Okay.
I just left it as Devin because I couldn't think of anybody else, even though I feel like he has other rivals. I was going to say final, but I was like, no, we're all going to think they're mid. And so I put mid. And then for Devin, I put him beating Bananas in that light bulb challenge. I put Bananas as the rival and mid.
All right. Got 3.
I did not have a lot of matches. But for Leroy, everyone knows I love that log elimination. I think that's his elimination. He beats that.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of a rival for Leroy. I just thought of Theo because Theo was kissing Cam that one season.
Oh, maybe.
But,
Oh yeah.
and then I was really shady and I said second boot.
Oof.
Like I really like Leroy has been coming in last ever since he unretired, and I think he just wants to check and goes home. But
Dang, pulling a Tony.
Right. Devin is Big Brother Sucks.
Yeah.
Bananas is his rival.
Yeah.
And second boot.
I got 5.
I hope they aren't the second boot, but I don't see them even making it to mid-season. I don't think they care that much.
Oh. I got 5. I got 5 out of 6. Tying with everybody. I also like Allie saying that retirement could be Leroy's rival.
The hell of a retirement. Like you're back on every season. Okay. How many do we have left? Because I know we just started doing doubles.
I'll be honest. I think the pressure for not to say they should feel pressure, but I think the pressure is on for Devin and Leroy. Being a man team on this particular season in All-Stars, you come back. Yeah, you make the final in All-Stars 4, but you were stumbling your way into there. You didn't have a good season 40. It's like, come on. We should be doing this. And then Devin didn't give a crap about anything in season 40. Like, you're a champion. For your first season back as a champion, you should have been better. You should have been ready to be amped to instead of just phoning it in. So I'm actually like, I think that all the pressure should be on them to perform this season, to like kind of lock in.
I forgot Leroy made it to the final in All-Stars 4.
Me too, but he got 7th place because it was bad. It was a bad season. It was just really bad.
Awful, but Cam saved Leroy because he was coming in last in those like that last group of people in every daily, and Cam really saved him. So
every single time.
We already did Amber B.
We have 3 pairs left apparently.
I kind of don't want to talk about Dario and Ashley, but we can if you want to.
I'll be quick.
Okay, well, Dario is next then. So Dario and Ashley. I'm not going to get any points. I already know. Let's see. What did I write down for them? I guess I could just look at my notes and see who's left. Oh, my favorites are all left.
I was gonna get cutesy with it, but I'm not gonna do it.
That must be a really popular moment that I do not recall.
It's popular with me and my patron because I talk about it a lot.
Does Dario have a twin?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Twin brother.
Yeah, they were on Bloodlines together.
I recalled that.
Okay.
I'll go first because I know I'm not going to match with anybody, and then I could see if you and Drew match. I said their favorite moments were meeting each other. I put that on both because I don't know from this show. I don't know who should be their rival. I guess I could have said each other, but they're exes, not rivals. But we don't know why they broke up. And then I was extremely shady again, and I put them as the third boot because I just don't see them doing anything within the game.
All right.
I put early, so we got early for both.
Okay.
Get any matches with her? Okay, I want to go through all of it. Okay, for Dario, I said the saying on Drew's other shirt. I can't remember what the saying was, but you know what I'm talking about, right, Drew?
Yeah, I got
Say it. Say
I got
it.
Dwight.
I got Dwight. I got Dwight.
I got Dwight.
Right.
I got Dwight.
And I put Nicole, Nani's cousin, as a potential rival. And then I put early. And then for Ashley, I said winning Battle of the Seasons. I'm like, and then for rivals, anyone from Battle of the Seasons, like her other castmates, because they were all pretty shitty to her too, kind of. And then early.
All right. Well, I got Dwight and winning season 23, and I just picked the same two people, and I also said mid because everybody's forgetting that Sam and Frank are also on the season. True. And they are going to they're going to help cradle them, I think. And I think that they are a pretty decently like physique team. So I put mid. I don't think they're going to be early.
She's a champ.
And she also played with Nani. She also played on season 23. I think they've each played with other people as well. So maybe they'll be a little bit more helpful with each other, but we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe we'll see why they broke up.
Nothing will ever amass I got Dwight, in my opinion.
We saw that.
Yeah, okay. In the elimination, he chest bumped his brother and it made him lose. And then his brother's like, "Why'd you chest bump me?" And he goes, "I got Dwight. I got Dwight. I'm sorry, bro." That's his only excuse. I got Dwight.
Is he friends with Nicole, Dario?
No, they were rivals.
Oh.
They were on Rivals 3 together.
Oh, well, that won't be any help. Okay. I know we have Nicole and Melissa, Sylvia and Kellyanne. And since I said Nicole and Melissa first, we'll just go with them. That way I don't have to shuffle through all these papers.
So Nicole and Melissa's next?
Yes.
Okay.
Mines are probably going to be completely shady. I should not be like this.
All right. I feel absolutely disgusted with who I put as their rivals.
Okay, good. Then we might match.
Like,
hold on, hold on a sec.
Like they match each other better, but I'm physically nauseous if this was like on our TV screens.
Oh, then I know we didn't match because I think we like the people that I put on. You want to start, Drew?
Hold on 1 second. I don't know.
Ashley Kay had a concussion on Invasion of the Champs. I wonder when she had a concussion.
Wasn't she the first champ to go home? Maybe that's why.
She lost to Cara in pole wrestle. So I do think that she was the first one to go. Yeah, that would make sense that they would be the first one to go. Because I think the next Champs elimination, Cara lost to Laurel in Balls In. And then it was Laurel versus She Who Shall Not Be Named in Not So Fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
Except
why
for
can't I
Celeste.
think of anything? Okay, hold on. I'm just going to do something stupid.
This one,
You're not going
this
to
one's
get.
tough. This one's tough. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, I hate mine, but it's okay.
Okay.
I can go.
Okay.
I just was very generic and said peanut butter. She
Okay,
likes peanut butter.
That's good.
Peanut
You
good.
butter.
know?
Even the moldy peanut butter underneath, like the.
Oh, that's so gross. I was gonna say the triangle thing that didn't know her and Corey in the beginning of Invasion of the Champions. Laurel as her rival because why not? And then 3, I put mid. I think they could actually do pretty well in the season. For Melissa, I said Melissa versus Cam in season 31, where they were going back and forth, chest bumping each other, and then Melissa told her to go dig a log. I said Berna for Melissa since they got into an argument with each other. How gross would these two pairs be together this season if Berna and Laurel were back on our TV screens? And I put mid.
We got mid and Laurel because I put for Nicole. I just put her saying that Laurel looks all right, but Cara is better. For Nicole. Laurel as their partner and mid. And then for Mel, I did that whole like fight that they got around kissing Kyland and like Kyland not wanting to kiss her. I felt that there was a lot of things, but I just couldn't think of them. So I just put that. I put Corey L just because, maybe it's better and mid.
Okay. I don't think I have. Only match I have is mid. I kind of don't want to read my answer because I'm really shady and I shouldn't have been. But I'm not a Nicole or Laurel fan. So I said Nicole's moment was sleeping with the bridesmaid. I shouldn't get that.
That's okay.
But no. Her and Cara, like, I think it's a one-sided beef, but like she can't stand Cara.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if Cara would put herself through that. I think we all said mid. They're still a good team. For Melissa, I thought it was really amazing that she ran that final 4 months pregnant. Like,
yeah,
that's a good one.
And I was thinking of the actual fight she had with, was it Kaylee? No, damn it. It wasn't Kaylee. It was Kayla was the one she fought. Remember they fought?
Yeah.
So that doesn't count because I have the wrong K here, but I was thinking of Kayla and then of course mid.
I forgot about Kayla. Laurel, you look good. Cara, you look better. I can't do that. I didn't do the right accent. I couldn't do the right accent. Boy.
I think if her and Laurel were on a rival season, we would have to suffer through another rebound makeup. Let's be girlfriend.
I don't want Laurel back on my
if Laurel and Cara were partners, I think that they would just be nicer to each other, though. I think that there's something that happens when they're competing against each other, but when they're together, I feel like they work a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah, Laurel just feels this ultimate. It's the jealousy that Laurel feels that she needs to knock everybody down to feel like she's better than everybody, and that it comes off as really like, okay, so you really don't believe in yourself. You really feel like you have to like cut everybody down. So
yeah, she was on Bananas pod and she annoyed me on that.
I wouldn't listen. I was done with season 40 by then.
Bananas and Laurel either. After
those credits rolled on the reunion part 2, I was like, get off my screen. I am done. We're over this. I was like, I got to just make my edit and I'm done, baby. I was like, I ain't listening to nothing else.
Time out for a while. Maybe she wants to be in timeout. She might want to take a break, but she needs a break from this show.
Definitely.
And I agree. Kayla and Melissa would have been a great rival. And they already have built-in alliances. Because isn't Kayla with Sylvia? Is she a lavender lady or just?
No,
it might be like an addition to, because like they made friends on All Stars 3, was it?
Yeah. Okay. So last and definitely not least, Sylvia and Kellyanne.
Ooh.
On Kellyanne notes. Oh yes, Kayla is in the unholy trinity. I forgot, but she would have had Nani there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
I hope I have my facts correct, but we'll see.
I would have rather seen Kayla over Nicole. They should have got Kayla in there.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Nicole, but I'm not really a fan of Kayla, but I think I like her more than Nicole, so agreed.
Yeah.
I could watch her more than Nicole.
So for Sylvia, I put beating Melissa in the elimination. I always thought that was pretty impressive at the time. So I put that maybe her best rival might be Melissa. That would have been a rivalry that I could understand because they were not getting along that season at all. And I put that Sylvia and Kellyanne will be mid. And then for Kellyanne, I said going on a winning streak with, I forgot the guy's name on Global. Tristan, was it?
Okay. Yeah.
I put Janae being a better rival for her because she totally snaked her best friend as the first chance that she got, and then mid.
All right. We tied once.
Matches in there.
Only once.
With me. I put headbutt with Marie in season 32 was Sylvia's best moment or most memorable moment. I put Kellyanne because I couldn't think of another person for Sylvia. And then I put early. I put for Kellyanne tying third in All Stars and could have been the female winner of that season if they would have had it. John A. and then early. So we tied with.
Why did you still go early?
I don't know. I just don't.
Alliance-wise?
No, they do have the Lavender Ladies. So maybe I'm thinking of what could be, but I don't know. I'm just not
noticed, Jake. A couple of matches with you both. I was backwards. I do have the elimination with Melissa because no one thought, Sylvia would win that, and she pulled it off. But the Gina Marie is who I would have had. Not Gina, but Gina Marie is her rival because of that headbutt, because that was crazy, and she didn't even get kicked off. I had mid because I do think they'll make it with their alliances. For Kellyanne, I had that puzzle win on All Stars because she was just like, I hate puzzles. I'm not good at it. And then she won. It was a huge celebration. I agree with Janae. I wonder if they'll finally talk about it because they didn't really talk about it the last season they were together. And of course, mid. So that was our final pairing. That was so much fun. Let's see what the tally is. I think for All Star 6 or Challenge 41, I have to find a game where if you're behind, you could find a way to get back up. Because with this one, it depends on matches. And once you're behind, you can never really catch up.
Well, I probably fell behind on that last round. So it is possible.
Well, unless I screwed up the scoring system.
I think it's still Drew than me than you, but I don't remember.
I have you all as a tie.
Oh!
I have it as a tie, and then I'm way in the back. I'm like 5 points behind. So it was still a good time. Should we have a tiebreaker?
Tiebreaker.
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't need a solo winner as the challenge.
Yeah, I'm like,
Well, they didn't have
what
a
you want
solo
karma
winner
points to come in now,
41.
and then Drew's gonna win?
No, I thought maybe you wanted to win.
I
But
didn't lose.
no, I lost. But I'm the Michelle. I lost. But
But realistically, let's say me and Chantel got first, but instead of you getting third, like Michelle did, you got second. You got second, Angie. That's good.
I will take that. It's better than third. I was in second, but I still got the third place money. Since we're
Yeah,
gonna
you two are splitting first and second prize money.
we're wrapping this up. Final thoughts on that situation with the 40, I guess, winning situation and how Rachel jumped to first and pushed Michelle to third. I just want to know what you all think, because I know what I think about it.
I think that the producers were really wanting Rachel to win the season. You could tell from the final that Rachel narrated almost the entire thing. And I'm like, why is she narrating this thing? There's no way that she can win. She's doing so poorly. And then she ended up winning. So I feel like with the karma points, they didn't tell us how it was going to work in the end, because they were able to kind of use it in a way that would make that outcome happen. And I just, with Rachel also being a very much a yes the challenge, yes person to the everything that the challenge does, really supporting them and protecting them and defending them, I think that they might have just kind of lobbed over a win to her, and so she feels a little bit indebted. So yeah, as much as I want a fair final and it to be actual test of the skills, I don't think it necessarily was, because if we just look at how people performed, she performed the third best, and one of the things that she won was the counting the coins. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I don't mind them being a winner. I wish that Michelle maybe had won some more money or was called second place or something. Because I just don't think that that's fair necessarily. She was off by 1 point for the double winners. Like, they had 24 points, she had 23. I feel like she should have gotten second place money at least, and got a second place title. Yeah, because I'm not even the biggest fan of Michelle, but I thought that she deserved to have a little bit more appreciation of how well she actually did on the final. So that's that.
Yeah, I don't hate the player. I hate the karma points. It's ridiculous that it was not even points that were dealt out for anything about the season. It was just where do you stand with people prior to coming on this season, in my opinion. Knowing that a third of everybody's karma points came from the first elimination of the 8 players that were eliminated on the first 2-3 days that they were there, kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth that they have 100% of their votes is the same as Cara Maria, who left in the final elimination. I thought that was ridiculous. I feel like keep karma points out of the final. The final should be based on final performance and not have anything to do with having people's hands in it. It's just another version of the stars. It makes me worried about this upcoming season, because it was filmed so soon after, as we found out that it was filmed so soon after Challenge 40. It was filmed pretty much quickly after All Stars 4 situation. And I worry that it'll be somewhat a copy and paste kind of vibe that they're trying to do. And all it does is perpetuate friendships over actual gameplay at the end of the day. And I feel like Michelle's Era 4 got hurt via stuff that was out of their control. They had less time in the game. They had no control over that. They didn't go up to the challenge production team and be like, can we be on season 6 when we're 8 years old, please? And it's like, no, you can't be doing that. And then on top of that, Michelle, who came in, who didn't have the best performances, so that's on her during the season, but but Anna's keeps on making her a target, and she goes into the elimination, and she has to make targets. I'm sure if she didn't have to, she wouldn't have done it. And that would have helped her probably in the karma points. But ultimately, it was just like a frustrating. I understood where they were trying to go for it. And I also am of the mind and conspiracy of they wanted the karma points to have some sort of bearing on something. They wanted to have some sort of shift using the karma points. So it makes it weird and shady. It makes it seem rigged if you don't tell anybody prior to anything and then say, oh, by the way, 2 checkpoints. And that changed everything. It didn't change Jordan's, even though it just bumped it to where he only won by 4 points, despite an incredible final performance. He only won by 4 points. If he would have gotten 4th in anywhere and Derek maybe got 1st somewhere else, it could have been a completely different story at this point. But it luckily didn't do anything there, because I think people would have been even more upset.
Outraged.
That would have been amazing.
So
actually.
bad. It would have been so bad. And then for this one, they wanted it to be a tie. I'm frustrated, and I just hope for better in the future.
I agree. My thought process was season 40 was such a major season. So many people came back to do 40. We had so many heavy hitters. 40 seasons is just amazing, period. And it was a tie. I hated that the season ended in a tie. Even karma points or not, it shouldn't be a tie. And I agree with the comment. I said it before. The person who should be the most upset is Jenny, because I have 400K and now I got to split it with Rachel. No, production needs to come up with 800K, because it would suck to do all of that work and now I have to share. But
yeah, if there's a tie, split the pot. Like, how does that sucks? It's like big time. It sucks for sure.
And also, like, you've been pinching pennies all the way up leading up to this season, with season 39 giving very little money, and then all the all-star seasons surrounding it was very little money. It's like, bump up that cash. I mean, as Dana says, it was Dirty 30 first place prize winners of Jordan and She Who Shall Not Be Named got even more money for winning Dirty 30 than they did winning season 40. Or at least Jordan got less money this season, winning 10 seasons later, when they've already established that they should get more money at the end. It's just ridiculous. They should have bumped it up.
Should have been $1 million.
Yeah, should have gotten the same thing as season the 40 winner, the Survivor.
Also, what frustrates me about this twist is that, you know, the way that you treat people matters. And it's like, since when? It shouldn't, and it doesn't. How would we get seasons like Rivals if we didn't have some beef and animosity with amongst the castmates, with people living their true selves? How boring of a season would it be if, like, let's be nice to everybody. Everybody will be volunteering to go down in the sand because they don't want to make anybody mad. And who wants to be a target next week? Because we're playing karma points, and so you don't want anybody to be mad at you for making you a target. Like, how does that work? So the format wasn't even conducive to the karma points working. And then and all the ways that the format failed, it actually benefited the karma points. And I'm just like, decide. Do you want these people to be trying hard to win and like have battles and like have these rivalries created and people going down into the sand like against people that they actually don't like? Or do you want it to be like, okay, it's my turn to fight you, let's go? Like, is that what you want? You can't.
And the thing about karma on the challenge is you can get it next season. It does not need to be a thing where people who don't even know each other. Brandon, in his karma points, giving out karma points, was like, didn't Michelle, he doesn't know anything about Michelle. He just looks at production and goes, didn't she win Survivor? Yeah, she got enough money. Won. And like, that's what you're basing it on. That's not even karma. That's just, I don't know this person. Mm-hmm. She must have cash, so I don't know her. And you're done. And his karma vote is the same amount, even though he was there for 2 days. They should have started the karma vote midway through. It should have been a purge to where it was a double elimination of the 2 worst karma point getters to fight for the last spot in the final. And then boom, then you're just, everybody's off. everybody's off to the races in the final. That's just my opinion. Or start it after the 8 people leave, because they were there for 2 days, 3 days. Like, it's ridiculous. It was bad. It was such a bad twist. And the challenge is, and I also do want to say this, leading up, I do listen to the podcast, leading up to the reunion, everybody, Jordan, Bananas, everybody was saying, just wait till the reunion happens. They'll show you all the karma votes. They'll show you all the totals and everything. I got to the end of the reunion and I was in my Discord and I was like, they didn't say anything. Like, they had a little part in the beginning when they were asking, but they never showed totals. They never showed anything extra. And they just was like sweeping it under the rug. We're going on. And I hope that means we'll never do this again. We've heard you. We cut it all out. But yes. I don't know. I just don't know.
I was waiting for the moment that Bananas found out Laurel gave him 1, because I thought they said it was brought up at the reunion. And I was like, maybe I fell asleep. I don't know. But I didn't see it brought up.
Bananas, Jordan, I think Michelle also said, like, wait, his reaction is the first time he hears that Laurel gave him 1 point, and we got nothing. We got none of that. And Banana says, just wait until and nothing, just nothing. It was stupid. It was bad.
Wait for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Do better for 41. I'm still a huge challenge fan. I'm still rocking with you all. Put I don't want to say the love for the challenge, because I love it, but it rebirthed it a little bit, because it was going, what are we doing with this show? And then 40, you brought back all our favorites. You brought back eliminations, dailies. You're back up here, MTV. Keep it up here, please.
We'll
see. Any final thoughts? I know it's late. I appreciate you all kicking it with us tonight. Any final thoughts?
I mean, I'm looking forward to All Stars 5. I'm not sure how I feel about it being on MTV, just because within Canada, it's a lot more difficult to find the show, and like, am I able to watch it live? Like, so I still don't even know how that's going to work, because I haven't seen it on any of our channels. So I do hope that it will still be successful of a season with it being on MTV, with it being more challenging for people to watch the show. So we'll see how that goes. And I hope it's not going to be a little more censored, because what's one thing I did like about Paramount Plus, we got some swearing and we got better music, and I just hope that you know it's still going to live up to being on a streaming platform.
Yeah. I completely 100%. Like, that's my only like questionable. Like, I was a little bit nervous until I saw that trailer, and I was like, okay, I'm buying into this, but knowing that it is on MTV and knowing where they're headed towards with how they want the show to be perceived, this cast is made for drama and would have been perfect for Paramount Plus, uncensored. The challenge could be a little bit loose behind a paywall, and it just I worry about what does it look like on MTV and what they're trying to accomplish with competition forward and not showing all the hookups and yelling and being mean to each other.
All the new rivals that could blossom. But I agree. Chantel, I do a panel on Drag Race, and Drag Race moved to MTV, and what some of the panelists had to do was actually purchase the season on Amazon Prime to be able to watch it.
Well, for me, Drag Race is fine, because we have that in Canada on Crave, which is another network. So I'm able to watch. Like, I was never affected by it being on MTV, and so it's just different with the challenge. Where in Canada we've purchased it. We used to have MTV Canada, but we don't have that anymore, and so I don't know what network has purchased it, if any, that would maybe be able to watch it as the season is airing on cable.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I hope you find it. It's going to be hard, because you all are good with the links. I have no advice, but
I mean, if I'm home, I can do it. Like, I'll just watch it on MTV.com, and you know what I mean. But I want to watch it on my TV. You know.
Yeah. This sucks, because MTV.com on the US doesn't put any shows or episodes on their website anymore. Nothing.
I just watch it live from there, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have nothing. So it just sucks that it's like the next day you can't go on there and watch it. And they, for some reason, think Paramount Plus is not the right time to put anything on there, even though they'll put the logo of the season and go, you want to watch it, click here, and it directs you to Paramount Plus. And then it's like, but that season's not on here. So what do you gotta do? And it's like ridiculous. And then yeah, Canada moved everything because that was how I was watching it the next day. And
I think you still can, Drew. I'm just not sure about this new season. Like when I was trying to find 40 the reunions, I was able to find it the next day. I'm not sure if there was a spot to watch it live. There might have been, and I just haven't found it yet. But you might be able to on CTV find the clips again.
Okay.
Or the episodes, I mean.
Yeah, because it's wild how that's happening. And now it's like I'm thinking about having to pay for it on Amazon. But with that, they haven't shown anywhere to like buy the season yet on Amazon. And so it's like, I'm at a loss. But it's one of those things where it's like, MTV, what are you doing? Like, make it easier for accessibility. It's like, nope, you gotta turn on MTV. And it's like, I'm not turning on MTV. Like, that's not helping me at the end of the day.
We're in a streaming world. Most people don't have cable anymore. Yeah. I think they're doing themselves a disservice by not keeping it on.
Well, I do have cable and they removed it.
Yeah, it's
that's
ridiculous.
A Canadian thing, but you know.
It's stupid. It's stupid. And then I just wonder if like the people in the background are like, why is our rating so bad? And it's like, why do you think, you idiots? Like, you have your own streaming service, put it on there. Like, what is wrong with you? And then I was thinking maybe that would be like, I thought maybe there would be a light bulb moment of like, well, we'll put All Stars Rivals on MTV and then next day put it on Paramount Plus. But there has not been any word on that because I think it would have been shared everywhere if they would have finally made that announcement. But no, they're just like, we'll just wait till the season's over. Then we'll put it on. We want you to pay for it. And then we want you to either have to watch it with commercials or not at all. Like, that's what we would want you to do. We're going to nickel and dime you the entire way because you're the true fans. And we want to drain every single cent out of you to watch this show or watch ridiculousness 30 minutes beforehand. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you're not going to do anything. You're not getting anywhere with this.
I wonder who watches that much ridiculousness. Like, it comes on all day, every day.
Nobody.
I've never seen a full episode.
What? I was trying to do a video of me watching 100 episodes of ridiculousness in 1 month for Patreon. And I tried it 3 different times and I stopped every single time. I couldn't do it.
Boring.
It was bad. It was really, really bad.
Agreed. Well, we're going to end this here so we can all get prepped for work tomorrow and get prepped for... No, the challenge doesn't come on tomorrow.
No.
Wednesday.
To watch The Bachelor.
Oh, The Bachelor. Oh, yes.
Great.
We have a handsome Bachelor this time. I might check. I might put it on my DVR. But thank you so much for hanging out with us for the game night. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Chantel, for hanging out with me. It's always so much fun. I appreciate it. Please support all the platforms up here. We all review the Challenge All Stars 5, and we will see you all later. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.